the rhythm I blow. Oh, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go now. 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 Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, you can unmute it. I think we're live.
What's up?
We're live! We're live, everybody!
PG.
Live on the Gizzard Stew channel.
Holy crap.
What's up, LIFA? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I just dropped the kids off, came back. I'm ready to party. How about you?
Ready to kick off a big Friday?
Oh, Friday? 4th of July Friday?
4th of July weekend. We're like the kickoff party. We're the tailgaters.
We'll get the
Tailgate.
party started.
So, we'll see how this goes. Can they see us? Hi, everybody.
Can you see us? All right.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, Raven's here.
Raven's here.
So why don't we do a few shout outs? What the hell?
All right.
Vape with me's here. Hi, Roro.
Roro.
Nikki B. Swagalicious is out there. The fine Mrs. Kelly Walker.
The Kev W. all
Mr.
the way
Miles
from
is
across-
here. Greggy. Dwayne Connolly. Boy, we got a full house. Everybody
Dude.
must have had the day off. Or they got off early.
They got up early. They want to party with us.
Addie Tooney. Addie Tooney's in the house. Dimitri? No.
HD.
Dirt Me's here. James Rivera. Kev's here. Lawn Maintenance. HD Lawn Maintenance is here. Mow your lawn. Mow your lawns, people. Mow your lawns.
I'd offer for him to come over and mow the lawn, but I've seen pictures of him mowing the lawn. in the
Oh, man,
FOGLyFE.
in his tidy whities.
Yeah.
Clint Lupe's here. Eric Sutherland. Vape Ross Vape. Yeah. All right. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the FOGLyFE. A new event, a new live event that's going to be coming to you every Friday live. What is FOGLyFE? Well, it's kind of like fresh lube is what it's like. We got a lube the Friday shows.
Right. And let's get this kind of out of the way. Can everybody hear both of us? We don't want to go any further before.
Yeah, does it sound okay? LIFA sounds soft to me, but I'm not sure.
I'm soft, but I can get closer to the microphone and talk
I
like
can
this.
too. I could do the whole show like this, way up here.
Welcome to the FOGLyFE, people.
Of course, you know the problem when you ask a question and you won't get an answer for about 30 seconds.
Oh, I know, man. But it'll be all right.
Gape on!
All right. Greg Pashek gives us the
Okay, they
thumbs
can
up.
see and hear us fine, so let's proceed. So, LIFA, what is the FOGLyFE? What does the FOGLyFE mean to you?
Well, the short form of it is we are all vapors. We are all people in this community, and we need to take care of each other. It's kind of a mindset more than anything. And it's taking care of each other, reaching out to those smokers that need to make the transition, just giving it all, not causing drama, advocating, doing everything that we can to make this vaping journey that we're all on something that lasts for a while. And that's why we're all here. We're all vapors. We all like to have a good time and might as well take care of each other.
Try and present a positive image, you know,
Oh,
try
yeah.
and be a little bit of a vape ambassador, or in simplest terms, don't be an asshat. Be an asset, not an asshat.
To steal somebody's word, don't be a vape hole.
A vape hole. Oh, I like that one. So, I think FOGLyFE is a great name. I'm glad we thought of that. I think
Yeah.
it's pretty fitting. It kind of coincides with the SPORKLyFE thing, which is also, sort of that, embrace weirdness, but be nice to everybody when possible.
Yeah.
That whole deal.
Sometimes.
Yeah, because there is going to be conflicts, no matter where you go. But just remember to try and work it out, peeps.
No doubt.
All
So-
right.
What should we go to now, Gizzard Stew?
I don't know. Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Let's get this other thing out of the way. You know, it's a vape show, but we got to kind of talk about a little bit of vaping here. Let's go over some news.
Some what?
Advocacy news?
What does that mean?
Oh, man. He's not living the fog life.
Are you advocating?
I'm advocating. Or
Oh.
basically, there's not really anything real big news. I just want to point out that HR 1136 has 76 co-sponsors. And if you go out to kazaa.org, there's a link that you can just click to thank your representatives. And the nice thing is that you can thank the representatives that have signed off as a co-sponsor, and you can find out the ones that haven't. If they haven't, hit those guys hard. No need to spam the co-sponsors still with that same please co-sponsor in the email, but maybe, thank them, and you can continue to email them saying, hey, this is very important to us. Make sure that this goes up to vote. You're still, as a co-sponsor, going to vote yes on this. That's basically all I have on that.
Yeah, we kind of went over the whole the negative things that happened in the last week with San Francisco, the flavor ban, all that. So I think
Exactly.
that we've touched on that. Plus, the whole next hour we'll be hearing about that from Jen Berger Coleman. So I think we don't need to go there. Since we are talking about advocacy, though, I would like to send a huge shout out to Stefan Didek. I like him. That's who I follow. That's who I like to support, is Not Blowing Smoke. I wrote down this quote for that. It was pretty neat. I'm just going to read it, but it was a quote. What he said to the San Francisco board, and this is what he said. He said, "Nicotine used in vapor products is flavorless. Tobacco flavors are largely artificial, and a combination of other characterizing flavors such as vanilla or caramels or bourbon are contained in them. The language of your ordinance would not allow for tobacco-flavored e-liquid to remain on the market. Yet you allow deadly combustible cigarettes to be available everywhere." And I just thought that was such a good, concise, red hot poker knife, and that's what he presented to the board. Of course, we know now that it didn't do any good, but I love that guy.
Yeah, and he's a down to earth guy, and why not shove those jabs at him, saying, "Hey, you have cotton candy flavored vodka, cupcake flavored vodka. Isn't this attracting those groups as well?" It just doesn't make sense. But I'm sure we'll hear more from Jen and, of course, the Winston Man on Fresher Show on how mad they are. So we'll go ahead and keep it happy over this show. But I love that quote.
Yeah. Stefan is an amazing person, very smart, intellectual guy. So now what do you want to do?
What do we want? Well, heck, we're here to vape, right? So
Yeah.
you got any of this?
Oh, what is that?
You got any of this?
Let me check my drawers. Mean this?
Yeah, that.
What is that?
You got more. You got more than me.
I do
but,
have more than you.
Mine's kind of psychedelic. I'm afraid to drip
Yours
it.
is being shot through a green screen or something.
Well, it's Casadega.
Mm-hmm.
Can only be. I can only imagine that at least 50% of the people out in our chat have heard of it. Probably at least that may have maybe tried it because they heard of it. But
Can only be one. Is that inspired by the movie Highlander?
I think it was Star Trek
No,
or Star Wars.
you're wrong.
I
You're
want
way
them to
wrong.
come out. I want them to come out one that's.
It was.
Um,
The phrase was coined by Colin McGregor.
I want them to come out with one that says that's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Man, that is a good one.
There you go, fresh Saturday morning.
Cannoli be nuts. That's a new one they have.
Cannoli. Yeah.
That's a
They have a good-
that's a pistachio one. I haven't tried that one yet, but I bet that's good.
Yeah.
So are we gonna we're gonna rip this up? We're gonna do
Let's try this.
a mini juice review.
Yeah, let's do a quick little review. I cheated. I put it in my squonker. So I already got it loaded up. I know you got a dripper there ready to go. What type
I
of
do.
build you want?
I was gonna show them what this looks like real quick.
Oh, okay.
Bingo, bango. They can still hear us though.
Yeah.
Casadaga, e-liquids, cannoli, B1.
You can probably find it everywhere. I know even my local shop has it now.
Well, I don't know, but we already know that we like it, right?
So you're running a series build, right?
I am running a series build, 0.32 series build.
Okay. And what I have is the Pulse with a Big Boy Comp Wire LLC squonker coil.
Mm-hmm.
Single 18650. I will tell you, on other devices, it does get more. You get more of the sweet notes, the outer layer of the cannoli on hotter vapes.
I definitely get that bakery note.
Yeah, and I'm getting more of the when I'm on the single battery mechanical. I'm getting more of the killing note, that sweetness. But that's all right. I like sweet vapes because I can't eat sweets.
It is very sweet. I get almost just a little bit of maybe a sucralose aftertaste on my palate, but
Yeah.
I'm sensitive to that, so it's not horribly sweet. But for me, I love the flavor so much. I just wish they had backed off the sweetener a little bit.
Yeah. Now, that's funny though because some people like that, and I think like Tony B coins the phrase of sugar lips, and I think that's what if people like that real sweet juices and it leaves on your tongue. Some people like it, and some people totally don't like it. But to each their own.
For me, the flavor is damn good though.
Yeah,
It's-
it's a solid altogether cannoli vape.
It's a definite. I would try it for sure if you haven't.
No doubt.
It's good at high wattage too.
And this is not a paid advertisement. They have not contacted us. We're not that good yet.
Not paid at all.
No.
We got paid in cannoli.
We get paid. Really?
Actually, I purchased my bottle. How about you?
Yeah, I purchased a local BMM. BNM.
So that you know for sure that this is an unbiased review.
Yeah, I bought it. Got it in 3 milligrams, so when I tasted it, I knew it was their nick, not my nick. Sometimes, if I like a juice and it's harsh, then sometimes the next time I go back, I'll buy it in 0 and I'll nick it up myself because I like my nick better.
Right.
Um,
I've done that as well. It's a good trick. Especially
Yeah.
if you buy a 120 of something. A lot of times I'll just take out 30 mils and nick it. And I always
Yep.
buy 0 because you know how your e-liquid will turn real dark over time with nicotine in it. It's a good trick. Buy a big bottle, take 30 mils out, nick it yourself, and then you still have, you know, if the other stuff sits on the shelf for a long time, it's still perfectly good usually.
Exactly. And at my local shop, sometimes they're all sold out of 3 and 6. So sometimes
Mm,
0 is on the shelf. And sometimes they even have sales on buy one, get one
right.
free when it's down to just 0 of that flavor. And I'll buy it up.
Yeah, sometimes shops have like, oh, we're giving away our 0 because nobody buys it. We have a sale, but it's only on 0 nick. Like, I don't care. That's fine with me.
Great. I got a liter of Nick at home. Let's do this. And what else we got?
I don't know.
The
The show's over.
The show's going to be about 17 minutes each Friday. It's just the way it is.
Have a great weekend, people.
We're going to
No,
talk about.
we have some other things on the agenda here. We have a special guest that's coming in after a little bit. We have some time to kill in between. So, why don't we take a few questions from the peanut gallery out here? See
All
what's
right.
happening out in chat.
And while
So,
we're waiting,
Yeah.
play, there
ahead.
is a Facebook group out there called #FOGLyFE. It
Mm,
is a group. So if you want to join, you can find the group. I'm sure Gizzard will put the link in the description as well. And you do have to be approved to come in. Just keeping out some of the riffraff. We don't want a lot of drama in the group,
yeah.
especially anyone just coming in there like a distributor or something.
Yeah, it's not a bunch of. I'm not really worried about drama at this point because
Yeah.
none has occurred so far. But what I am concerned with is we don't want it to turn into spam fest. I don't need fake Ray-Ban sunglass posts in there or bunch of Chinese vendors taking over the feed.
Well, Easdale's got a good question for you, Giz. When will you put shorts on the armadillo?
Never. It's a naked armadillo. Next.
ABN, this sounds like a Giz-based answer too, but he put me on there. How many vapes does it take to get to the center of the coil?
11.
Ben? 11?
Yeah.
I was going to take 3. I take big pulls.
My answer to everything is 11. So
I kind of see that trend.
my wife hates it. Whenever she
So-
asks me a number question, she knows the answer.
Mine's always
How long till we
800.
get there? 11 minutes. Even if we're 2 hours away.
Mine's 842. I don't know why.
I don't either.
Just came out of my mouth. That's what I kept saying.
Man, life, it must be that dent.
Yeah. Well, the lighting kind of has.
I know.
It now.
You put makeup on that before the show this time?
Okay.
You got rouge on there?
No makeup.
I'm sure that if you guys don't start asking questions, we're going to make shit up.
Giz is gonna juggle pitchforks, and no, see that, or he'll threaten to show his feet. He still says he hasn't changed coils in 2 weeks. That's awesome. What is the worst juice you've vaped at LIFA Vapes? Well,
There's a video about it.
there's two. there's a video about one of them. The other one, I got a product in the mail from Zample Box, and it was like some New Orleans company, and it had like ice cream and caramel and bananas and raisins, and the name of the e-liquid was called Uranus. And that's what the other one, keeping on this past PG-13, so we might as well keep going with that. The other one that was horrible was Donkey Spunk and Gizzard.
Yeah.
Got that TSA and had me vape it in Detroit. And that video, I did my best try at keeping it straight while trying to review that for Gizzard in the hotel room.
I'm gonna mute for a second. I'm gonna type something. Okay.
Okay. Yep. HD. You asked, what are you guys running as far as regulated mounts? I just got in. This lighting sucks. I got the Fuchai Duo. So one that comes with the 2 batteries, or it has a cap for the third battery. So far, I like it. It's like second day on it. Running it with the aromatizer on there. Nice thing about it is there's no overhang with the 30 mil, so that's what attracted me to it. But so far, I'm liking it. Good battery life. What about you, Gizzard? Do you have a regulated device that you're running right now? Or are you all messed out?
No, not well. Sort of. I'm running this. It's sort of regulated. It's regulated by a Swiss watch dial down here.
Do they call that a potentiometer?
Potentially.
Oh, all right. It's the guesstimator.
It's the guesstimator. It's like it has a couple settings. Burning, scorching, and when you crank it all the way up, it's called the sun.
Sun, awesome. Wes Cochran reads, states, what are your all-day vapes, Gizz and LIFA?
What do you vape all day? What do you vape all day, LIFA?
I like this stuff so much that I put my sticker on there. This is the key lime pie Greek yogurt. If you're interested in trying it, it's out on ELR under KLPY version 2. This is a flavor that Fresh had, which was originally KLPY. I just kind of tweaked it a little bit, added a little bit more lime and some whipped cream to it. So it's a key lime pie.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Can you see this?
I can see you. You vaping on which one?
Which one is it? This one.
Yeah. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much my all-day vape lately. Yeah. I wish he made gallons.
Yes. It would be great to gallons.
The other thing that I'm always constantly running is another strawberry vape. I really like this one.
Right there.
Oh, twinsies. That's definitely an all-day vapor as well.
Yep. I also make big bottles of the blueberry something, because that's quite tasty.
And actually, I was vaping that earlier today, too. And as you can see, I made it myself.
Nice.
Which brings us to a good point. LIFA has been putting out some really fantastic videos lately that depict how to mix Adore concentrates. So if you guys have not seen those, you should subscribe to LIFA and check them out.
Yes.
You want to talk about that at all?
Yeah. Basically, it comes from Vape With Me, Rochelle. You know her. She has a show with the Adore remixes. And basically we kind of collaborated, and she said it'd be nice if there was a video out there that could show the ins and outs of mixing up the concentrates. So when you have the concentrates ready, you can do her remixes on making your already mixed liquid. So I've just started at the beginning, and my videos consist of what Nick and BG that Dawn uses when she mixes up, and also how to manipulate ELR to configure for different size batches or different nicotine strengths. And then it just reads like a cookbook, and it's easy as making the macaroni and cheese, add the ingredients, shake it all up, wait the specified amount of time, and you got it going. So check those out if you're interested in seeing what Nick, what BG that she uses. You can confirm if either you're using the right one or not right one, because whatever you use when you're DIY is the right one because you bought it, but the one that Dawn prefers.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I understand that people want it to taste like it tastes when they get it from Dawn, you know.
Exactly.
So, you know, that's why I always asked her, like, how exactly what is the percentage to put in there, you know?
Yeah,
not
exactly.
18 to 20%. I mean, I want to know, I want to make it just like you do.
Yep.
So I think that's valuable information. That's good because especially for newer people that are just starting to mix, I think concentrates are one of the best ways to go. One of the easiest ways to get started.
Hey,
And,
I do it all because $17 is, you know.
Have you gotten pretty
$17
good response off those videos?
Actually, in HD lawn maintenance, that guy that mows in his tiny, he actually commented on the video. He's commented in here again. He had some issues manipulating ELR or figuring that stuff, and with me showing where to click, where to change stuff, he said it's made a lot easier to manipulate the sizes and make the recipes. So I'm getting good comments across the board. No, I had one troll or whatever, but it wasn't on my video. It was an ELR because I'm using single flavors as my published recipe. They're like, this is just clogging up ELR. You can't do single. Please keep away from publishing single flavor recipes. I'm like, okay. I just no argument. I understand what he's saying, but it's a full flavor shot.
So we have some more good questions in chat, but we're coming up on the time wherein we're going to introduce our special guest for this evening. And since we tried to keep this a secret all week, I would like to see if anybody in chat can guess who's going to be the guest tonight. So we'll give you 30 seconds. Place your bets.
30 seconds plus 45 seconds for the delay.
Like my shirt.
Hey, that's nice.
Yeah.
Mine's all ready to party for the weekend.
Damn, man, we're always on these shows. We're always wearing like the family shirts, and today we both copped out, and we're like, we're in 4th of July mode or something.
I've been going on too many shows. Now all my shirts are dirty because it's hot weather and sweat down here.
Okay, we've got a lot of guesses. Trevor Jones, Nick Green, Don. Ooh, that's a good guess.
Ooh.
Orbital Joe.
You're right, Deidre. You're coming on. Get ready.
Get ready.
Ooh, that would be bigly.
Well,
Debbie Reynolds. Do you know Debbie Reynolds?
I didn't know that. Jack Rabbit Slim. Howdy, hey there. All right. Well, do you have a drum roll set up?
I don't.
I told you to get that ready. Tonight's special guest is... There he is!
Huh?
I couldn't have thought of a better person to have on our FOGLyFE show number uno. Thank you for joining us tonight, Fresh.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you for having me on your show.
You're
I'm
welcome.
excited. I'm excited.
We're opening for you, so you should be our first guest.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So
LIFA has been killing those Adore videos. Anybody who hasn't checked them out, do so. Do it now.
No doubt.
Fresh says, "I'm not trying to be the DIY wizard." That's Fresh.
He is trying to be the DIY wizard, but
so
that's all right.
I wanted to pimp you out, Fresh, because you got a hell of a show coming up.
Yes.
In a half hour. No, an hour.
It's about an hour.
Yeah.
About an hour. We've got Jen Berger Coleman and Dave Gerwitz coming on.
Yeah. So everybody, I hope that you're able to just continue straight on through. We're gonna take a little half-hour break for you guys so that you can eat a gas station burrito or whatever you got to do.
Apple fritter.
Yeah, apple fritter.
Have a fritter, Mr. Fritter.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, you guys opening up for me, getting them all warmed up,
Getting them all lubed up, fresh
getting them all
lube.
lubed up before I come sliding in with a fist.
Yeah.
LIFA, I saw you go way past PG-13. Don't even shake your head at me.
No, though. It's
Pretty good size hand.
oh, well. Watch out, people.
Well, let's grill Fresh.
Well, we got some regular questions, and then we got some weird questions.
Okay.
Well, let's start with the regular question: is how and why did you become a YouTuber?
That was easy. One of my favorite things to do, still to this day, is go watch like early people just getting started on their vape journey. Those people that decide to try and vlog it. Trying to show people what it's like going through the process of switching from smoking to vaping. And I happened to stumble across a young Australian gal. She had a channel and she was just getting started. Her name is Remy Johnson. She hadn't done anything on YouTube in a while. She's out seeing the world vaping and doing all sorts of good things. But she was talking about getting into drippers and dripping. And at that point, there really wasn't a whole lot of easy ways to get into dripping. It was like you needed a mech mod, you needed 18650s, you needed a charger. And so I started messaging her on Facebook, just telling her, hey, you really need to know what you're getting yourself into. And this is kind of what's going to happen. This is kind of what's going to be going on. And so she decided that I should do a video for her rather than her having to read all of this stuff. So I decided I was going to shoot a video for Remy Johnson. And I did this video. If you go back and watch it, it was all about the other stuff you're going to need when you're looking to start dripping. And at the time, there was a lot more than you need now. Now you can get a couple 18650s, a regulated mod, and some wire, and you're out the door. But back then, it wasn't an easy. It was an investment. It was a pretty good sized investment. And so I made this long video where I was Mr. Information Guy, just going through all the things, showing them off. Took me like 2 days to film it because I wanted everything to be right. I wanted to make sure that I was awesome for Remy Johnson. And she liked the video and she shared it around. And before I knew it, I had, I jumped like 100 or 200 subs like overnight. And I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense at all. And so after that, it was Addy Tooney. Addy Tooney kind of came in and started encouraging me to do more things on my channel, build more. And then he eventually got me into DIY, and here I am.
Nice.
Cool.
I think Addy Tooney probably has a part with all of us continuing to put out content. That man, I swear, I don't know how he gets work done at work or at home because he's always commenting on all of our videos.
Addy Tooney's the man.
Yeah.
He likes a lot of things and people.
Addy Tooney is love.
For sure.
Follow up. Go ahead.
Oh, I have a question. So, we know that, or I know that you grew up in Montana,
Yes.
and I was curious, where in Montana did you grow up? Did you grow up near the mountains, or?
I grew up out in the plains, kind of in the foothills of the Rockies. I'll tell people where I'm from. I'm from Great Falls, Montana. You can look it up. It's a pretty good sized city. But actual Great Falls is kind of dropped down in a valley, and you can look this way and see the Rockies, and you look this way and see the Highwood Mountains. And so you're just kind of in this big bowl, and the wind blows there all the time, like 40 miles an hour all day, every day. Lovely place, though. Great little place. I'm not sure I would ever move there again, but I would go back to Montana in a heartbeat.
Yeah, like to get back home.
It's not really about home. It's just kind of the atmosphere in the state rather than where I currently live.
Gotcha.
And then we also know, or I know, maybe other people don't know, but you were in the Army. And
Yes,
that kind of, your career continued from that. You're still in the Army, sort of?
I'm not in the Army. I work for the Army.
Okay.
I'm doing pretty much the same job I was doing when I was in it. I just took off the uniform and grew a beard.
So along those lines, could you share your worst boot camp or regimen story with us?
The worst boot camp story?
Or, you know, when you were, you know, on tour or whatever.
I mean, I've got terrible stories, but I'm assuming you want to hear something funny.
Yeah.
We during basic training, a lot of people come in out of shape, and the army kind of whips them into shape. And so we had one of those folks. He was a little bit overweight, and he decided that every day after we got released, during shower time, while everybody else was doing showers, or while everybody else was taking their shower, because when you take your shower in the Army, you're kind of on a conveyor belt. Like, you go in, wash your hair, shave, and then you're basically out. You know, you don't have a lot of time. You've only got a couple minutes in the shower. But instead of doing that, what he did is he went to the back wall, and he wanted to lose weight, so he did jumping jacks the entire time. And so for like 2 months, there was a large man doing jumping jacks behind me every time I was naked in the shower. There you go.
Large to be taken whatever way.
Oh, he was large in a couple ways. There was a couple times I was like, "Whoa, did something hit me?"
All right.
You got one, LIFA?
Yeah, we're gonna go off. You know, I like to cook and stuff like that. So let's go off the wall. What is your go-to comfort food?
My go-to comfort food? If I'm having a bad day, I really want potatoes. Like, I don't get to eat potatoes as much as I want. So it could be anything potato-wise, but I'm a sucker for like a loaded baked potato. Like, I'm not sure there's any food that makes me happier in the world than a loaded baked potato. Like, it could be like, there's companies around here that do like brisket loaded potatoes, and they'll like put some like cheddar cheese sauce over the top of it. Freaking ridiculous, but I'll just plow through those. But yeah, I don't eat them as much as I used to, because I'm bicycling and trying to lose weight and get skinny.
Gotcha. Yeah, I went easy on there. Now I'm gonna go deep. If you could teach a college course, what would it be? And it could be anything. You don't have to stick to a regular curriculum.
Oh, I would do a class on doing things right the first time, and doing what you're fucking told the first time. There's you know, we're all a little older, and we're not old, but we're a little older, and so we see the value of that type of thing. Like these things are in place for a reason. When you ask me these silly questions, instead of letting me explain it to you, all you do is make me upset at you. So start doing things the way that they're supposed to be done, and I'll tell you why you're doing them the way that you're doing them.
It sounds like a bit of
Don't ask me. We have things to do. Get it done.
It sounds like a bit of the army coming through there.
There's a lot of it in the army, believe it or not. People, and I have no idea how they make it through basic training anymore. Why? Because I said so. That's why.
Best answer.
So
My kids love it.
we know that you're active on YouTube.
Yes.
And you provide DIY help for everyone. What drives you to do that?
Addy Tooney, and I like to give back to the community. Addy Tooney did it for me, and it was one of the he may not think of it as that, but it was one of the kindest things that anybody's ever done for me, is getting me started on that portion of my journey. And as I started going, and I never had any intentions of making money on YouTube. I don't want to. I don't want to monetize my channel. I'm probably going to have to at some point here soon. Mm-hmm. But it was just that kindness and you know, just him reaching out and being willing to take me by the hand and show me how to do things. You know, why wouldn't I give that back to everybody else? Anybody that asks me, I try. Mm-hmm. I try to do it. But it's just, you know, this is a great community and it's great people and everybody's, you know, giving what they can and doing what they can. It's the absolute least I can do.
Good answer.
There you go. FOGLyFE right there.
FOGLyFE.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be trying to like blow a massive cloud with the wasp. It's probably a poor decision.
I want to know how you ended up being a cat person.
I've always loved cats. Like my grandma had a cat. We didn't really get a cat until my mom got remarried, and so we never had a cat around the house until I was like 12 or 13. But I've just always loved cats. Anytime there's a cat around, like me and that cat are gonna get along. Even if everybody's like, that cat's a dickhead, me and that cat are gonna get along. So I've always been that guy. Like I can go in a room, sit down, and hold my hand out, and the cat will come up and sniff me, and the next thing you know, we're playing on the floor. Except for Ivana, she just hates everybody.
She hates you.
Nice.
She loves me. She got up on the couch last night and slept next to my leg for a solid 20 minutes. That was pretty good for her.
It's taking you a while to tame that cat.
I mean, she's
not tame yet. But...
She's 8. She's 8, so she's not a young kitty, but.
What's the longest you ever went without a shower?
The longest I ever went without a shower? It was close to 2 months.
Holy shit. That's a long time.
Well, I mean, sometimes when you go out to the field in the army, like you don't get the opportunity to take a shower. You have like a large supply of baby wipes that you carry around with you. And so that's how essentially how you wash, and you get some cold water and you wash your face. But yeah, we were out there for 50 something days.
Okay, God, what does that feel like?
I mean, you kind of get used to it. You're rotating uniforms constantly. If one gets dirty, you're sitting there washing it in cold water and you're like, please dry. Please dry. But yeah, I mean, you wash your stuff with whatever soap happens to be available. You're trying to stay as clean as you can, but you get into that sort of environment, it gets a little rough. But you're always at least doing the groin and faces. You know what I'm saying? It's
kind of like you're on the camping trip that'll never end.
It's a really bad involuntary camping trip that you have to get up in the middle of the night and go stand on the perimeter of and make sure that nobody's breaking into your camp to steal stuff.
Right. And we're not talking bears.
Nope, we're not talking bears getting into that camp.
These bears have guns.
The people who were breaking in didn't really have guns. If you caught them, they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just here to see my mom." Like, no, you're not here to see your mom.
You got one, LIFA?
Yeah. The off-the-wall question: which way do you put the toilet paper on the roll? Do you roll it over towards the back or over towards the front? And why?
Over the front. What do you think I am? Some sort of monster?
What? I thought with you being a cat person, you might roll it to the back. So if Ivana goes like this, it just keeps spinning around.
She'll get to, then she just shreds the entire roll instead of getting what I can. Instead of getting what I get. But no, actually being a cat person, you learn this lesson quick with cats as well. You make the switch over to flushable baby wipes.
Because they
You
will
make
go
that, you
after
make
that
that switch
roll.
because then you don't have those demonic rolls of toilet paper sitting around your house that cats need to exercise and destroy.
Nice.
If you could choose a superpower, which one would you choose and why?
A super what?
Any superpower.
Superpower?
Yeah. You only get one though. It can't be like Superman where he gets to do a bunch of different shit.
No.
Just one.
You know, I would say telepathy, but then I really don't want to know what everybody's thinking about me. So that seems like it'd be a really bad idea. Invisibility would be fun.
That's what I would pick.
Yeah, invisibility.
Yeah, because you can hide from people.
Yeah, I mean, you think that sitting around and listening to what people are thinking would be fun, but think about all the inane shit that goes through your head all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be the worst one to pick, I think.
Oh, especially around someone like me. Like, oh, look, it's my watch. Oh, look, it's a pen. Hey, I should get back to work. Why is this guy looking at me? Did he fall asleep in there? Oh, hey, it's my watch. What's going across my desk right now?
And invisibility, I mean, the bad guys, how are they going to get you if they can't find you? Right?
Exactly.
They have no idea where you're at.
Or if there's
I mean, why does there have to be a bad guy? Why can't I be the bad guy?
You could be. You're going to be.
I've got the ability to go invisible whenever I want.
You could be an invisible bad guy.
I could be the invisible bad guy.
I just don't see you as a bad guy.
I mean, if you made me mad, I would totally go invisible in your bedroom and do some shit to you while you're sleeping.
All right, too much information.
Yeah, hey, Gizzard. Just get you for every time you look like you're just about to sleep, poke you with a stick from across the room and be like, Gizzard. Kill.
Here's an easy one. What do you have planned in the near future?
In the near future, my mom's going to be here tomorrow morning, so I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go get her.
I thought you were going to talk about your show.
I mean, we've got Jen Berger Coleman and Dave Gurowitz coming on in less than an hour, like 40 minutes from now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be awesome. Awesome. So I've got one other person possibly lined up, but it's going to be a small panel. Jen's only going to be able to stay for like an hour, and then Dave goes to bed at a certain time every night.
Right.
So after that, we'll cut it loose, and the regular crew will come rolling in. We'll talk, butts and feet and DIYing and cats. We get.
Sure.
You know what, Roro, you grab my butt. I'm gonna go invisible. You can get your butt grabbed when you think no one else is around.
I've got another good one if you don't.
Yeah, I have a good one.
Okay.
What was the piece of advice that you ever received?
What was the what?
The best piece of advice that you've ever received.
The best piece of advice I ever received. That right when I went in the Army, it was one of the first things you get told is keep running till they tell you to stop. And if you can do that, you can make it through anything in the Army.
Yeah.
If you just keep running until they tell you to stop, you're gonna make it through everything. So, and I mean that's pretty good life advice. Keep doing everything as hard as you can until they tell you to stop. You'll succeed.
Okay, I got one. Name something that you would never buy used.
I would never buy used condoms. God, who would want used condoms? Socks? I don't think I'd buy any used socks.
Yeah, you look fresh socks. Every once in a while, you just want to buy a big old pack of fresh socks so you can have that for like.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I go through socks like a crazy person. Like if it even looks a little bit worn, I'm like, that one's done. Where's those new fresh socks?
Yeah.
Fresh socks. You always have fresh socks because you're fresh.
I do always have fresh socks.
Nice.
LIFA?
Um,
I got more if you don't.
what surprised you the most about being a YouTuber?
That my channel caught on as quick as it did. Like I said, essentially I did one video where I was trying to be Mr. Information Man and, you know, trying to just go down the line on this is why you need things. And I wasn't being myself at all. And I'm surprised that people stuck around long enough for my channel to figure out what the hell it was going to be. That surprised the hell out of me. And, you know, just how giving and open this community is. You know, once you actually get into things, start meeting people and knowing them. Because for the longest, when you start a YouTube channel, you're just kind of floating on your own little island. You're not, you know, it's just you against everybody else in YouTube. You know, how do I get myself noticed? You know, and then eventually you give up on that and you just kind of start being yourself. And a lot of times that's when people start catching on that, oh, this guy's kind of funny, or this guy, you know, he's got some good ideas. Maybe I should listen to what he's got to say.
Yeah, I agree. That was like the beginning, you know, when you got your first like from somebody that you didn't know, or your first subscriber. You're like, yeah, and then, you know.
Oh, I used to check my email all the time. Did someone else sub to me? Someone else sub to me? Up until probably like 3,000, I was going through and looking and seeing what everybody was up to. I'm like, but then it gets to be too much. anytime you, because even, you know, Gizz is about to hit 1,000, LIFA is about to hit what, 500 or so, and you learn that do things when you can, because it can get overwhelming if you're just trying to do it all at once. Do things when you can, set time aside. Like if I can answer a message right away, I will. If I can't, I have a designated time that I do that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly.
Otherwise, it's too much. I learned that from Ruby Roo. She told me to do it that way.
It's just nice that they have like the studio app for your phone now.
Yeah,
You can actually
really
go in
nice.
there, the regular YouTube app. I know sometimes I'll see a message that I really like, and I'll go ahead and put that heart out there because
Yeah.
the studio hit you, and then I'll come back later and I'll write a response to that person when I'm free. Gizz, do you have any other questions?
Yeah. I sure do.
I'm terrified.
Well, I've asked you this one before, a long time ago. But
Okay.
sharks or penguins, and why?
I don't remember what my answer was last time. I remember you asking me that question. Because sharks are always angry, and they're always moving and always swimming, and all they think about is food and murder. I'm probably going to give you pretty close to the same answer, I think. I don't want to be a shark. I don't want to think about food and murder all the time. Penguin gets to go out and have fun and body surf on icebergs and shit. There's some beautiful places where penguins live. So I'm totally taking a penguin.
My question would have been, which one's tastier? I'd like to see a penguin.
Yeah, you thought of food.
So what's tastier, a penguin or a shark?
Shark.
I mean, they're both going to taste kind of like chicken, so I guess it's kind of how you prepare it, right?
Don't forget, sharks eat penguins.
Yeah.
That's true.
So if you
I'm gonna get some good body surfing in off those icebergs.
if you choose a shark, you get a little penguin inside it.
Jason Walker asked, let's ask Fresh again, are sharks fish?
Are sharks fish? Yes. Sharks also have vaginas and uteruses.
He remembers this.
Of course I remember Gizzard Stew. We argued about it on a show. We
There's
argued. We got angry at each other.
They are not fish.
They are fish gizzards too.
Oh, the dictionary's wrong.
The dictionary, the internet, encyclopedias, everybody's wrong.
Well, to go along with Gizz's question, I have one. Pirates or ninjas?
Oh, ninjas. Now I get the invisibility skills. I got smoke bombs. I can run on water. Have you seen Naruto? Man, you can like run up trees and do Rasengan.
We're gonna
Awesome.
have to well, no, that fits though. You like ninjas. I like pirates. You don't drink rum. I drink rum.
There you go. Perfect. I used to drink rum. I used to drink quite a bit of rum, but no, yeah, ninjas all the way.
There you go.
Well, Fresh, I want to thank you for coming in and hanging out for half hour.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and we'll be seeing you in a little bit.
Yes, we will. I'm getting a phone call.
Perfect.
Well, we will let you tend to that. Well, it was great having Fresh on the show.
It sure was.
Let's make sure that we all tune into his show, which will start in about a half hour. You know, you guys can always get there early and chat up a storm like we always do. We're going to say goodbye to Fresh.
Bye, Fresh.
Now, Gizzard, if we could only do that to him on his show.
I know, right? That was pretty neat. All right, well, so we're keeping our timeline pretty close here.
Hey, we're doing good.
I hope the show is fairly smooth for everybody. We'll get better. You know that.
Hey, I think this be good for the first time.
I guess in these last couple minutes, I'd just like to shout out LIFA and tell LIFA thank you. Thank you for agreeing to do a show with me and to hang out and do a partnership on this stuff. Everybody that has not subscribed to LIFA, go subscribe to his channel. Go check out his recent videos. It's LIFA Vapes YouTube, and it's also LIFA Vapes on Instagram. So pretty easy. And LIFA stands for Life is Fucking Awesome. So check him out.
I'd like to shout out Gizzard Stew. You can find Gizzard Stew on Instagram at Gizzard Stew. You can find him on the tweeters or the Twitters or whatever you want to call it as What's Up Gizzard. And check out his YouTube channel because he's doing that huge, bigly
It's huge.
promotion
It's big.
giveaway. And he's going to be at the 11/11 in no time because they're just all the subscriptions are coming in. And get in on that giveaway. Follow the instructions, and he's got five. How many?
5 different sponsors. Yeah.
5 different packages that you can win. I want the consolation prize myself, but other than that, yeah, thanks again, Gizzard, for being here and inviting me and all those good things and having the armadillo in the background. We wouldn't be here without the armadillo.
Yes, we would.
We would be lonely without the armadillo.
We might be lonely. Don't forget Yeti Wire. Yeti Wire.
Anything else?
And we're back.
Oh, all right.
I don't know how smoothly that went, but I tried.
At least it was full screen, so you didn't see me going, what's Gizz doing over there?
Correct. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out our first show. Hope that you'll be back next Friday. And Get off your butts and vape.
Bye.
Bye. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your mic, LIFA. I don't know how to turn it off.
Do YouTube first.